Hello students, you are welcome to Nuni Asar's English classes. Today we are going to study a very important grammar topic, that is determiners. But before I start with the topic, let me tell you one fact, that traditionally we have been taught that there are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. We don't find a specific mention of determiners. The reason being, they have been taught as a part of adjectives. But the modern grammarians, after their analysis and research, found that the words used as determiners and the words used as adjectives, they have certain difference in their behavior, in their usage, in their positioning. So on the ground of their research, they created a 9th category, that is determiner. They separated determiners from adjectives and created a separate class for them. That's why nowadays we can say there are 9 parts of speech. Traditionally, we used to say there are 8 parts of speech, but now we have to say there are 9. The 9th one is determiners. So today in this video we'll see and study the definition of determiners, then difference between determiners and adjectives, which will help us to understand the basic nature of determiners and the adjectives. We also would study about the class and kinds of determiners, and another important point is difference between determiners and pronouns. This is very much important. The reason being, some words are there which can be used as a determiner as well as a pronoun also, and we must be capable to analyze as well as, if need be, we must be capable to use them in 2 ways. The same word we must be capable to use in 2 ways, one as a determiner, another as a pronoun. So from this point of view, this video is going to be very much important for you. So let's begin. And finally, the usage is there. Definition of determiners. So determiners are also called determinative, and they can be one word, or a determiner can be a phrase, or it can be an affix. Affix means the part of the word, like prefix and suffixes. So it can be any. They are always put together with noun, means they always come with noun or noun phrase, and then they give the reference of that noun. And because of this, their quality, they are also called indicator or noun marker or reference word. Determiners can also be called indicators. They are the noun markers or reference words. And if we talk about the purpose they serve, so they describe and they tell us the following things about a noun. Means 5-6 things are there which become clear about noun with the help of the determiners only. What is that? First thing, whether the noun is definite or indefinite. We are talking about something in general or in a specific way. This becomes clear only with the help of the determiners. A car being talked in general way, their car being talked in specific way. This way they decide whether the noun referred is definite or indefinite, specific or general, generic you can say. Next is distance from the speaker. The noun which is being talked about is close to the speaker or away from the speaker, or close to the speaker in time and place and away from the speaker in time and place. Third thing they talk about noun is number and or quantity, whether the noun is singular or plural, or if we talk about the quantity, that is amount of the thing. So how much is the amount of that particular thing? We're talking about milk. 1 liter, 2 liters, 3 liters. What is the amount? That we come to know about with the help of the determiners only. Next thing is ownership. The noun being discussed and talked about belongs to whom? That we come to know with the help of the determiners. And fifth thing they talk about is distributive status. The noun being discussed is distributed among how many people? And the last one is interrogation. When we ask question, that is also a type of determiner, interrogative determiners. So these are the basic purposes, basic functions the determiners do in a language, serve in a, especially in English language I'm talking about. Moving to next is the difference between determiners and adjectives. And these are the differences because of which the modern grammarians separated them from adjectives and created their specific category. So the very first one is they are the indicator words. They give reference of the noun, but adjectives are the descriptive words and they give detail of the noun. Means determiners give us information about a noun, but adjectives give us the detail of the noun. This we can understand this way. If we use adjectives about a noun, then we can easily visualize that particular thing which is being discussed and talked about. But with the help of the determiners, that visualization is not possible. For example, if I'm talking about an apple, so if I talk about the color of apple, red in color, size big or small, shape, oval, round, the place it comes from, its taste, so we can visualize. The apple can easily be visualized. If we are talking about some dog, so the color of the dog, its species, fur on the body, height, length, status of the ears, tilted or erected. So visualization is possible. We can create a mental picture of the thing being discussed and talked about. But if I say this dog and that dog, it is clear that if I say this dog, it means the dog is close to me. When I say that dog, it is away from me, but we don't know anything about dog. Its size, body structure, species, nothing is clear. So determiners are used to give information. Secondary information can be called, it can be called to put it in the easier way. Determiners are used to give the secondary information about noun, whereas adjectives gives us the core information about the noun. This is the basic and the first difference. Coming to second point, they tell us about the state of noun, whether the noun is definite or indefinite. Determiners tell us about the distance of the noun spoken about, near or far from the speaker, the number and quantity, ownership and its distributive nature. Whereas adjectives tell us about the quality of the noun talked about, its color, shape, size, origin, purpose and material it is made up of. Third difference is determiners don't have any degree. On the other hand, adjectives have 3 degrees: positive, comparative and superlative degrees. Like we can say tall, taller, tallest. 3 degrees are there. It means this word is adjective. But if we talk about articles, a and they don't have any degree. We talk about possessive pronouns, my, your, his, her, their. They don't have any degree at all. We talk about some, little, no, any, little, few. All these words do not have any degree. So this is third basic difference. Fourth difference is can be used attributively only. There are two words which we must know, technical terms, attributively and predicatively. These two words we must know. Attributively means used before noun and predicatively means used after the noun. So the fourth difference is determiners can be used only attributively, means they can be used just before the noun only, but adjectives can be used before noun as well as after the noun. For example, we can say, like if we talk about good, the word good, adjective, he is a good boy. So good, adjective, and then comes noun, boy. So good boy, adjective comes before the noun over here. We can say the boy is good. In this sentence, boy comes first and good comes after the head word. It means adjective can be used either before the noun or after the noun. By the way, in detail we'll do in the topic of adjectives, where certain adjectives can be used only and only attributively, certain are there which can be used only predicatively, and many are there which can be used both ways. We talk about determiners, they can only be used before the noun, means attributively. We say some students, we can't say students some, it will be wrong. We can say a little money, we can't say money a little. So this is another basic and major difference between the two. Coming to next point is they are a closed class. Determiners are limited in number. Generally and simply speaking, they are just 40 to 50, around 45 they are in number. But adjectives are innumerable, because with the help of the affixation, the technique of word formation, we can create adjectives from verbs, from nouns, as many as we wish. So there is no specific number of the adjectives. They are innumerable, many in number. That's why determiners are a closed class, adjectives are an open class. Sixth difference is they can not be modified with affixation, but adjectives can be modified. If I say the word honest, honest is an adjective, but we can create another words by using prefixes or suffixes with this word. Honest can become honesty. By adding y we can make it honesty, so it becomes noun. Then we can say honestly. Honest plus ly, it has become adverb, honestly. We can say dishonest. By using prefix we can make it into negative, dishonest, dishonesty, and dishonestly. So with the help of just single word we could create 4 or 5 new words. This is only with the adjectives. Determiners cannot be formed into different categories of the words or different class of the word. If the word is my, we can't use any affixation. No prefix, no suffix can be used with possessive pronouns. Even with 1, 2, 3 or first, second, third, we can't use any prefix or suffix with these words. So they can't be made into different words. They can't be modified. Seventh difference is when used together, always precede the adjective. Many times we use determiners as well as adjectives to describe a noun, to modify a noun. So whenever we use determiners and adjectives together, determiner always comes first and adjective always comes next to it. If we reverse the order, like if we put adjective first and then followed by, if it is followed by determiner, the structure would be grammatically wrong. This is another difference. And next thing, if determiners and adjectives are considered same, so according to the rule of grammar, same words of the same class cannot be put together without punctuations or without conjunctions. If we are using 5-6 words together of the same class, same kind, same category, we need to separate them with commas. And last two words must be connected with and or. But when we use determiners and adjectives, there is no comma between the two, there is no conjunction between the two. Again, it shows that both belong to different class and different category. And the last one is used only with nouns. Determiners are used only and only with nouns, but adjectives can be used with noun as well as with pronoun also. They modify and qualify both the categories, noun as well as pronoun, but this is not the case with determiners. So on the basis of these differences, modern grammarians decided to put determiners into separate category, that is ninth one. Next one is class of determiners. Class of determiners means when we use more than one determiner to point out a noun, to talk about a noun, what should be the order? Because all those 40 or 50 words cannot be used randomly. There is a certain order which must be respected and must be followed. So on the basis of that rule only, the determiners can be classified into three: predeterminers, center determiners, and post determiners. The words which fall into the category of predeterminers will always come the first, and the words which belong to the class of center determiners, they will always follow predeterminers, and the words which fall in the class of post determiners will come the last only. Now we'll see which type of the words fall in the category of predeterminers. So there are three subcategories: multipliers, fractions, and intensifiers. These three types of the words are predeterminers. Multipliers, once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, double, in this way they are the multipliers. Then fractions, 1/3, 2/3, 3/4, half, etc. And then intensifiers like quite, rather, such. All these are in the class of predeterminers. Then comes center determiner. So here you can see again three subcategories are there: articles, then demonstratives, this, that, these, those. By the way, over here this should be these. By mistake it is written that, this is these. Let me just write it down in a clear way. Second, that is these. So this, that, these, and those. And third one is possessives, possessive cases like my, are, your, and all these possessive cases of pronoun. So all these words fall into the category of center determiners. And third category is post determiners. So in post determiner, again three subcategories are there: cardinals, numbers like 1 to 3, then ordinals, the numbers which show the order and ranking of the nouns, things, first, second, third, etc. And quantifiers, few, little, some, any, no, etc. So suppose we have to frame a sentence now, and let's see the order with the help of an example. The soldiers, if the sentence, let me make the sentence: the soldiers have to survive on such a little amount of food. Soldiers have to survive on such a little amount of food. So such a little, three determiners are there. Such comes from the class of predeterminers. A comes from center determiners class, and such a little, the word little comes from the third class, that is post determiner. and you can see the order. Now let's change the order. Such a little amount. Now if we change, all three words are defining amount over here. If we change their order, if we say a such little amount, structure would be wrong. If I say little a such amount, again it would be wrong. If I say a such little amount, again the structure would be grammatically wrong. So the order, whenever we use more than one determiner, we must be very careful about their class, because they have a certain order to follow, and that must be respected and followed. So this is about the class of determiners. Now coming to next is kinds of determiners. Basically there are 6 kinds of determiners, but I have splitted the class of numerals because quantifiers are the part of numerals only, but just for the ease of understanding I have splitted them, and over here we'll study 7 kinds of the determiners. The very first one is articles, a and the. Second is possessive pronouns. We already seen them in the previous slides. My, our, your, his, her, their, its, all that. Numerals like cardinals and ordinals. Then quantifiers, which tell us about the quantity like some, any, little. All these come in quantifiers. Even the quantifiers which are used with the count nouns like few, many, some also are the part of quantifiers. Fifth category is distributives. When we talk about the distribution of a noun which is being talked about among the people or between the people, so those are the distributives. Each, every, all these are distributives. Then demonstrative determiners, demonstratives, which point out towards the noun being talked about, whether the thing is close to the speaker or away from the speaker, that is this, that, these, those, we already seen them. And interrogatives, interrogative like WS words, what, which and whose, these 3 are interrogative determiners. In detail we'll study them in separate videos. The reason being, if I put everything in the single video, it will become very long and very large. So I'll make separate video on every kind with their uses. Moving to next, we'll see the difference between determiners and pronouns. So we'll see the examples. We'll try to understand with the help of the example over here. 5 categories are there. Out of 7 we have discussed in previous slide. 5 categories like these words are there, which can be used in both ways, in the capacity of determiner as well as in the capacity of pronoun. First one is numerals. Like we can say, only one candidate can take part in the seminar. Only one candidate. One is numeral, one candidate. Determiners are always immediately followed by the noun. This is condition. The words which are used as a determiner, they must be immediately followed by the noun. If there are other words in between determiners and noun, it means that word is not working as a determiner. Its role is changed now. So we can see one is immediately followed by the noun candidate. So over here, first is the example of determiner. One is used as a determiner over here. But in second case, only one of the candidates, you can see over here students, one of the candidates, one is the numeral and candidate is the noun which is being indicated by this word, but we have of and the in between. So now role is changed. In second sentence, one is not a determiner, rather it is a pronoun. Coming to next category is quantifiers. So some people don't believe in the system. Some is a quantifier and it is closely followed by people. So some people, obviously, if any quantifier is immediately followed by noun, it is a determiner. Next example is some of the people. Here there is a gap between some as well as the noun it is indicating towards. Means of and there, they separated the both. separated both the words. So in second example, some is not a determiner. It is used as a pronoun over here. Next is distributive. Each player needs to come in sports uniform. So each player, we can see each is closely followed by the noun. Obviously this is a determiner, but next is each of the players. One more thing, students, when determiners are used in the capacity of pronoun, they always follow of structure, means they are followed by preposition of, and of is always followed by plural noun. So this is also very important to understand. Next one is demonstratives. This method is not appropriate for you. So this method, this and method put together, it means this is working as a determiner over here, but this of the methods is not appropriate for you. Obviously they are not together, so this is used as a pronoun over here. The last example is interrogatives. Which book do you like the most? And in the next sentence it is, which of the books do you like the most? A little difference creates a lot of difference in the class and category also. So in the first example, which is a determiner, in the second example, which is a pronoun. So in this way we must be able to identify whether the word used in the sentence are working as a determiner or pronoun. So well children, that's all for today. We'll see you very soon with next videos based on the same topic. Now I'll make separate videos on every kind. 7 kinds are there, and 7 more videos I'll be sending to you people. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.